Welcome back to I'm Every Woman TV. I'm your host, Janette Burke, and we're just going to start our next segment with Natasha Mitchell, who is the founder of Five New Friends. Now, if you're 40 and over and have trouble getting out and meeting new people, this one's for you. Welcome, Natasha.
Thanks, Janette. Thanks for having me.
You're quite welcome. So, Natasha, there's a lot going on in the world today with 40 plus people. And I'd like to talk a little bit about that because I assume that's part of the reason why you started the business. So what's going on with the 40 plus crowd that there is a need to get out and meet new people?
Yeah, I think the world has changed a lot in the last few years. I think our whole social circles, our whole connections with people has changed quite dramatically. We're far more global, we're all over the world, we're not close to our families, so people's social structures have changed quite dramatically. I also think there's a lot more pressure on people now from a work perspective. There's a lot of challenges in terms of high divorce rates, lots of different things going on in people's lives that they're very busy and they're not making the time for social life anymore. Frankly, I just think we're taking ourselves a little bit too seriously and we're not having enough fun. But there are a lot of social pressures on us these days that are impacting us in that way.
Right, and it can cause a lot of isolation and loneliness. So you've created a business to combat that. And I understand the need you're serving. I'd like to know why you personally chose to create this type of business. Was there something going on in your own life that caused you to do that?
Absolutely. So I've traveled a lot. I've lived all around the world. I've lived in Australia, Europe, America, lots of different places. And when I was young and traveling, I was 25, it seemed so much easier to make friends. In a work setting or a university setting, it was very easy just to meet people. Nobody had any commitments of family, of job. Everyone was very open to going out. By the time I came to Canada, I was in my late 30s, and I certainly found a different dynamic. The people that I'm mixing with were a little bit older. They did have family commitments. They were more senior in their roles. So trying to get people to go out and make the time to sacrifice something else in their lives to come out was far more difficult. So as I had that experience, I started talking to other people and was finding that a lot of people in the 40 and age group were having similar issues. They were feeling isolated, they weren't getting out and about. The general lament was, I'm too busy, I don't have time to plan a social life, I don't know where to go. So I thought there really was a need for that, and I decided to fill the niche.
And it's a great niche. Now, are the need to get out, is it different for men and women? Is it approached differently by men and women?
I think there are some differences between men and women. I think generally for women it is a little easier to make a girlfriend, go for a coffee, go shopping, do something very casual. For guys, there's a little bit more stigma around that. Maybe it's not seen as manly to invite a guy out for a drink or a coffee. But I think at the end of the day, everyone has the same needs. So,
connection.
Yeah, absolutely. People want to connect. Yes.
Okay, so Five New Friends is kind of an original concept in that it is not a meetup.
No.
It is not a dating service.
No.
And it's not even exclusively geared towards singles, although primarily singles do attend. So can you explain in your own words what you feel makes Five New Friends unique and in the way that you run the company and how you bring the people together? Mm-hmm.
So you've given some good examples of different things that are out there. I think a lot of the different niches, like the singles market, like the cheap and cheerful meetup, are being catered to. I think what sets us apart at Five New Friends is about the small size and more premium quality events. I like to think of us as the airport lounge at the airport. So everyone's traveling. The same amenities are in the general airport, but in the airport lounge, you know you're going to get something a little bit different. You know that it's a little bit more stylish, you're going to be treated well, it's clean, you kind of know the people that you're going to be meeting in there. And that's what I'm offering with Five New Friends. I want people to have a clear expectation of what they're getting when they come to an event. I want them to recognize that if they come to a 5 New Friends event, they'll be mixing with peers, they'll be mixing with interesting, intellectual, professional people, and they're going to have a great experience when they come.
So, and what type of events do you plan, and who plans them? Is it you, or do you pool the members?
So it's a combination
what
of
they want.
Yeah, it's a combination of things. Just to give you an example of some of the events we've done upmarket cocktail parties at Panorama Lounge, at the Spice Route. We've done Argonauts games in the VIP section. We've had cocktail party with opera singers. We do all different kinds of events. I mean, your standard dinner, drinks, theatre, all the types of things that are going around the city. But I like to add a little twist and something different for people.
Are they just in the city, or do you do road trips too?
Well, we're about to do some road trips. Later this year, we'll be looking at doing some long weekends away out to perhaps New York and Chicago and wherever else our members want to go. And next year, we will be doing some overseas trips. So travel is certainly a big issue for single people generally, and
yes.
Although I know what about singles, a lot of single people are looking for a safe environment to travel with and friends to travel with. You asked me about whether I plan the events or whether our members pool ideas. I certainly canvass my members for the kinds of things they want to do. We can plan the event, and I also look for other great events that are going on in the city that I will promote and bring my members along to. So if someone's got a great high quality event that they would like my members to come along to, they can certainly let me know, and we can incorporate that into some of the events we run as well.
So you talk about members, and my question is, how does one become a member of 5 New Friends? What's the process?
Okay, so it's a very simple process. We have a website. We have a very simple 5-step process, so 5 New Friends in 5 simple steps. Literally, you just have to put your name into the database. Tell us a little bit about yourself. That really helps us determine what area of the city you live in, what kind of things you like to do when you're available. You don't have to give too much personal information, just some general information, and you will be on our membership list then. As a result of that, then we can contact you with events of interest to you.
And there's some great advantages. As they say, membership has their privileges,
yes.
Has its privileges. So one of the key things about the service is that there isn't a lot of thinking involved on the participants' part, which is great, because you talked about very busy people, yes. who may overlook having a social life due to the fact that, planning something social can often take up a lot of time, that time they don't have.
Yes.
When they work or come to or become a member of 5 New Friends, this is all taken care of for them.
That's right. We do all the planning, and I think that's the premium side of our service. You don't have to search through many different websites. You don't have to get emails from multiple different groups. You're going to get a monthly newsletter with information about what events we have coming up, as well as other special interest stories about social news, perhaps about a new restaurant, perhaps about trends in communication, a variety of different things. So it's a one-stop shop. You can see everything there. You can quickly see all of our events on our website at any time as well. But I think that's really what it is. It's about taking the hard work out of planning for people.
Right, so it's basically look at what you like, click to sign up, register, and go.
Exactly.
So that's pretty simple.
Couldn't be any easier.
Yeah. Now, I know we said this is not a singles service or dating service,
yes.
But have there been any hookups or relationships that have come out of 5 New Friends?
We haven't had any
As it
official
turns into 10?
hookups
No,
yet.
no.
What I do find is a lot of my members, and particularly on the female side, do express their interest to me of meeting people. What I will tell them is that certainly I know my members, so if I think there's a good match with someone, I will facilitate them to perhaps be at the same place at the same time. However, I'm very particular about not putting pressure on people. I think everyone needs the opportunity to have their own reasons for being at different events, and I think one of the things I'm finding is with the whole internet dating, with the whole Facebook friending, we've lost something in in our organic progression of relationships.
Just getting to know somebody and finding something in
just
common.
go, have a great time, mix with singles and couples. Your coupled up friends might have a single friend that they're going to introduce you to. Go, take the pressure off yourself. Don't put that pressure on yourself that you have to meet somebody.
So it's just about having fun.
It's about having fun and doing some different things, getting out, exploring the city or around, and just relaxing and enjoying yourself a little bit.
A lot of people hit 40 and think their life is over. But in fact, it's really a new beginning. Your events are for 40 plus. Is there an age limit? Like, is it 40 to 50, 40 to 60? What 40 plus could go on to? Where do you sort of cap it off at?
Yeah, I don't have an official limit. Typically our members are in the 40 to 60-year-old age group. I'm finding people these days are far more active, far more healthy. As we expand, if we have a demographic that is older and is looking for a different peer group, say the 60 to 75-year-old age group, again, I know I have the demographics of my members, so I can tailor events and invite certain groups where I think they're going to be meeting their peers. So typically around the 40 to 60-year-old age group is what we're seeing with our members at the moment.
I think it's also important to note that 40 is the new 20.
It is.
And how do you feel a lot of women in their 40s who do like to get dressed up and go to nice places are deemed cougars? How do you feel about that?
Well, I like to get dressed up and go to nice places.
So do
I think it's all about your behaviour and having fun. I think by the time you're 40, you know what's appropriate behaviour and what's not. I think you know when you've had a little bit too much to drink. You know perhaps when you're being a little bit over the top.
Too vivacious,
a little too having too much fun. But I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's unfortunate that we have labels like cougars because I think that impacts a lot of women in particular, and I think they're nervous to go out and relax and let their hair down and have a good time. I think the key is to going out to the kind of places with a peer demographic so you're not perceived as so much older than everyone else who is at the club or the bar.
And like you said also, it's not a pickup place, it's a place to go and have fun. And I think we have to realize that we are living longer and older because our health is better, or a lot of factors that contributing to longer life. And certainly 40, I mean, you're not ready for the grave at 40,
no.
So you don't want to be living like you're in a nursing home. You want to get out and have some good times,
That's right.
and
That's
still
right.
make the most of it. And it's nice to know that it can be done in sort of not a pickup or sleazy environment.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the name 5 New Friends, and I was kind of wondering how did you come to choose this 5 new friends? Like it could have been 2, 3, whatever, even 1 new friend, but why 5?
So when I was thinking up the concept of the brand, I like the sound of 5 new friends. It sort of rolls off the tongue, but for me, if I'm out at a dinner party, a networking event, it doesn't matter where I am. I typically find that I cannot interact with more than about 5 people in a 2 to 3 hour time span, particularly if you're having dinner. It gives you an opportunity to speak with everyone. So I thought that although we don't only limit it to five people all the time, it gives a sense of this is a little bit more intimate. You're not going to be walking into our events where there's 100 people at the event and you're a little fish in a very, very big pond. You're going to be coming, you're going to be part of the group, you're going to be engaged in the conversation, and you're really going to have an opportunity to meet with people and learn about each other. So that's the concept of the number 5.
And what is going to be next? You have some events on the docket already? What's coming up?
Yes, so we do have our September events already planned, and I'm continually adding to them on a regular basis. Some of the things we've got in store for September are a pasta and beer evening at Bar Vespa in Liberty Village, a very nice, tasteful little Italian cafe. We're doing the sake tour at the Distillery District, followed by an art exhibition there. We have the Movies Under the Stars, the outdoor cinema that is on for the rest of the summer. And they're just a couple of examples of the kinds of things we are doing in September.
And how much is the membership?
So our membership is very affordable. It's $10 a month, $120 for the year, so really not much more than the price of a Starbucks. And as a member, you're going to have discounts on every single event. You also have access to our online community, and only our members have access to other members in that community to communicate. And we also have lots of special deals from our vendors and partners for our members that we offer on a regular basis.
So just to be clear, there is a membership fee of $10 a month, and then there's an event per event.
That's
so
correct.
You pay
yes.
per event.
Yes.
Now, do you have a cancellation policy or anything like that? If somebody should sign up for an event and not be able to attend, can they roll it to the next event?
Yeah, it depends what event we're doing. If it's a dinner event where we don't have to have a set number of people, then for sure people can cancel and come to another event. If we have tickets that we've had to prepay in advance, then there will be no cancellation available. I explicitly state on all the events whether there is a cancellation policy or not. So, you know, we're very flexible, and we can certainly have a flexible conversation with our members to make sure we're addressing their needs in the best possible way. If, for example, they couldn't attend an event we had a ticket for, they could certainly pass on those tickets to another person that they wanted to.
And do you have like ladies' night only events?
We have had ladies' nights only. In fact, earlier this year we had a ladies' only pajama party, and it was a weekend event. So we had a makeup artist come along. We had lots of fun and games and a few cocktails, and just had a really nice relaxed evening with the girls, and that was great. We all had a great time. It was a wonderful evening. There was lots of different nationalities, so it was like the international pajama party, but that was a lot of fun, and we will do more of those throughout the year.
I think that's great. And the international part, I mean, Toronto is an ethnically diverse city. It's good to bring people of all different cultural backgrounds, religious backgrounds together. But do you ever segregate it? Because sometimes certain cultures look to meet people exclusively in their own cultures. Or do you run those type of events too?
I haven't run any of those events as yet, but I am exploring through some of my members some of the different communities around the GTA. Ultimately, we would like Five New Friends to be a global community, so we're going to see things evolving over the next few years, and certainly for specific communities where culturally they might like more of that connection, we can plan those events as well.
Funny you should say globally, because I know you're from Australia.
Yes, I am.
You also lived in England, America, and Canada.
Yes.
So, I mean, you're kind of a globetrotter yourself. I could see that would be something like you could, I mean, do you have divisions of Five New Friends in Australia, England, US as well?
Yes, absolutely, I do. And I was recently home in Australia, and I was talking to lots of my friends there. They loved the idea. They were all begging me, when are you coming to Australia to bring us Five New Friends? We love it. We love the events. We would like to get involved in that. So I think what's interesting about it is there's a global need for connection, and what I like about my international travels is I have friends everywhere I go. So it doesn't matter where I am in the world. I typically have someone there that I can meet up with, go out, have a coffee, and they can show me around.
Well, that's great. So I think we are just about out of time. And is there anything that you would like to add or mention that I haven't or we haven't covered?
No, I think you've covered the main thing. I think probably the last thing is we do have a facilitator at every event, so if people are a little bit more shy, they don't need to feel like that. They'll be warmly greeted. They'll feel like they have a friend immediately at the event, and we'll make sure that they are connecting and talking with everyone. We'll find the commonality for people at any event they're at.
Right, and there's icebreakers too,
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
So I want to mention that Natasha has also a very good giveaway today. So for those of you who are watching who are 40 plus, and I know my target demographic here, so I know there's a lot of you that are 40 plus who would like to get out, meet some new people, make 5 new friends, and really start living life at 40, because why not? You deserve it. The giveaway is 1 year free membership to 5 new friends valued at $120. So that's going to cover your $10 monthly fee for 12 months straight. And then you'll have access to the members.
That's right.
And then you'll just choose whichever event you want to go to and have a great time. So it's 1 year free membership to 5 new friends valued at $120. To claim Natasha's gift, you need to email me right now at Janette, Janette, at yourmarketingmagnet.com. Janette at yourmarketingmagnet.com. And we will be in touch with you to let you know who claimed that prize. So I want to thank you for being with us. And it's again Natasha Mitchell of 5 New Friends. The website is www.5newfriends.com. And we will be right back with the segment, The Magnetic Marketing Moment, with yours truly, for your friendpreneurs, for the friendpreneur who would really like to know how important it is to have branding in their business, especially in the initial stages. So please stay with me.